What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. Force here with some more StarCraft 2 commentary. Today's game is going to be between Empire, Beasty, and MaSter. This is a Terran versus Protoss matchup. We are here on the map Shakuras Plateau, and unfortunately, I typically start the games off with player information for both players involved, but I couldn't find anything for MaSter. Now, this game is coming from the HP Trophy Tournament, which is put on by HP and Intel. It actually featured 48 tandems of players. Now, the problem is, usually when I look at these tournaments and I find games and I figure if it's from a tournament or ladder, I can go to the tournament page on Team Liquid and click on the respective player's name and quickly get to their player profile. But there was no profile page for MaSter, so I have no tournament information for him. I'm assuming at the very least he is a Masters or Protoss player. I'm also assuming that he's fairly good, given that he that he participated in this tournament. But I can give you some information for his opponent, Empire Beasty, also known as Beasty Cutie, who is our orange Terran player. Now, Beasty Cutie took first place at the Team Liquid Star League 4 qualifiers EU number 8 this year, and also this year he took place at the ASIO Rundown World Cup. So there you go, some information here for Beasty Cutie. Again, unfortunately, I don't have any information for MaSter. What I can tell you, though, is that Beasty Cutie will be opening up with a quick factory. Going refinery before barracks there is going to give him the Vespian gas necessary to get his refinery just as soon as this barracks does finish. Now, back over here for the unknown player, MaSter. Oh, and of course, whenever I don't have information about a player, if anyone knows anything about him, just please leave that information in the comment section below. That way, in future games, if I commentate a game with him again, at least I'll have a base to work with. MaSter does appear to be going pretty standard here, opening up pylon, gateway, assimilator, and pylon. He has moved out with his probe scout, firstly checking the upper left spawn position, then realizing that Beasty Cutie isn't there, he will now be heading down to lower left. Beasty Cutie now sitting with enough Vespian to get that factory out as soon as this barracks does finish, although I'm a bit concerned he's not going to get the wall off done in time. No, he will not, as the probe now moves into his base. Gets all the scouting necessary and might even do a little bit of harass. Oh, there is the finishing of the wall off. So really all that MaSter is going to see is that there is a barracks and a factory. I do wonder, though, if we're going to see an attachment, which he will see. Yes, we will. So he spots the reactor attachment. Now, that doesn't necessarily tell him exactly what's coming, but of course you're going to expect one of two things. Either it's going to be double Marines or a switch with the factory for double Hellions. So we'll have to see what he does decide to do. Still just on that one refinery. Coming out over here with a supply depot. Just scouting the edge of his base just in case any shenanigans come from that direction at any point in the future. We do have that first Marine now moving out for Beasty Cutie. I'm going to keep calling him that because that is what I'm used to calling him. Plus, that's such an awesome name, Beasty QT. I think the only reason he didn't put the QT at the end is possibly because it didn't fit with Empire, his team name in front of it. Because prior to having the Empire tag, he was just Beasty Cutie. Alright, so again, we did see that expansion here for MaSter. He's also coming out with another gateway, still just on the one assimilator, and the Stalker now in play. We'll just be chilling out here at the top of the ramp. Now, Beasty is scouting out. Now, has he spotted? No, he hasn't yet. First, he just checked lower right, so he hasn't spotted upper right yet. He's probably not going there quite yet, though, because he knows that with this timing, a Stalker is definitely in play by now. He is moving with those first two Hellions, so that's what it was here. Some Hellion action also coming out here with a starport. So Hellion starport, what does that mean? It means we could definitely see a drop sometime very soon. The Hellion's going to be moving into the natural expansion. They spot the Nexus, see if they can catch any probes, but no probes are down there to be caught. So he will just do a little bit of damage to that Nexus until the Stalker comes to save the day. Assuming that's going to happen. No, it does not happen. He pulls it to the edge of his base, though, with that sentry just to see if he can get a shot off if the Hellions accidentally went too close to that edge. However, it looks like Beasty Cutie is a little too smart for that. Factory Scout now moving out here for Beasty, also coming out with his medevac. Beyond that, building two more barracks and Banshee transitions, opening up with some Hellion medevac drop action, moving into some Banshees. I do wonder if we're going to see Cloak. He does have two refineries up, so he could potentially afford this, although not quite yet. You can see he doesn't quite have that Vespian necessary. Moves in. Did he get any worker kills? Yes, 2 worker kills so far this game. Here comes the medevac, and this could be problematic here for MaSter. The drop is about to commence. Now he will bypass this expansion and just walk his way right into the main. You can see MaSter is none the wiser right now. Just about to finish his robotics, which will help him a lot, especially once those Banshees come into play. Although there was no cloak, getting that extra vision, seeing them coming, will definitely give him a hand. Here comes the medevac action. Dropping in the corner of the base that MaSter does not have vision on. Oh, this is going to be an issue. Here come the Hellions moving right into the main resource line, and this will be painful. Stalker's coming to try to save the day, but not before he takes some hefty losses. Tries to get one, doesn't even get a single Hellion. Beasty makes it safe into the upper right-hand corner, and here comes the follow-up of a Banshee and a Raven. That's why he didn't get Cloak, because he's following up that Banshee with a Raven. And beyond that, Bio, Marine Marauder, and Medevac is what we'll also be seeing, and Stimpack Research. This is a great build. Oh boy, I like it. Observer moving across the map. I'm not certain. I don't think he spotted that first Banshee, so the Banshee harass will be happening in one moment. Plus, he's got that Medevac prepared to drop in the main again, if need be. Looks like he did see the Banshee. He was aware. He's got some Stalkers and Sentries prepared for that. And another Observer likely coming out because he doesn't know if Cloak is coming. He's not aware at this point, at least, if Cloak is coming. Now he's sitting in the main with the Observer, so he sees everything going on. He also sees that transition into Bio, and he should be spotting all that over here. But here comes the Raven taking that out. That's a problem. Not sure. I think the Medevac just got sniped. I have to assume that's what just happened there. Yeah, there's a 1 kill for each of those. Looks like that Medevac got taken out. Banshee only has 1 kill to its name. Must be a worker. Yes, so we must have seen that Medevac move back in here, and the Stalkers of MaSter were just able to snipe that very quickly. Obviously, good play by him. And the Banshee gets taken out as the Observer pulls to the edge. Stalkers sandwich him with some over here and some over here. How unfortunate. How unfortunate indeed. But Beasty Cutie does still have his follow-up planned. And he's going to be moving out with that right now. Stimpack Research and Combat Shield will be finished by the time this arrives. Plus, he's got enough energy in that Raven to place down a point defense drone, which will help him against those Stalkers. It's going to be a very strong push here for Beasty Cutie so far. Has a pretty significant lead with 16 worker kills. Resources lost, they're about even, but that is a lot of workers killed. I'd like to take a look at the income, see how they're looking. MaSter is ahead right now. Well, that would make sense, right? Because Beasty Cutie is still on 1 base, but I'm gonna be a little worried with this push here. If MaSter can survive, we're gonna be seeing that factory continue to move forward. It looks like he's gonna be getting some vision of the high ground over here. Moves it up into the main now just to scout. Now he does also have a Medevac. This will be his second Medevac. 1 coming as well from over here or something. 2 Medevacs in play. There we go. Raven moves forward to scout. There is a turret. Forget the points defense zone, and a factory getting dropped right there in the main. Blocking off reinforcements, also blocking MaSter from retreating with his workers. That is beautiful. Look at that factory preventing the workers from retreating and preventing the reinforcements, with the exception, I suppose, of the Colossus that could make it on down. Raven gets taken out. That was beautiful, though, by Beasty Cutie, and that's going to put him ahead significantly. Workers trying to push back. They are unable to do so. Lifts it off to allow his units to get into the main and takes out the Colossus. Oh, this is not looking good at all for MaSter. There's the GG. That's the game. What an intense game, and a great performance there by Empire's Beasty Cutie. Hats off to Beasty Cutie for a very impressive game, and I loved this factory block that was so significant and made such a big deal. Not only was he unable to retreat with his probes, but he couldn't reinforce with the Stalkers that he had in his main. Now, of course, the Colossus can make its way on down, but it's not going to do it by itself for fear of getting sniped. So again, great play there by Beasty Cutie. What a game. Thank you guys for watching. If you like the content, please be sure to subscribe. Stay tuned in the future for more SC2 and gaming coverage right here on the channel. And as always, keep watching and keep owning.